So you're losing 70% of your audience, yes.
What if you're camera phobic?
That's an excuse. Again, it's an excuse. Yes.
Would you recommend more personal picture than, for example, I have a product and I always have the product in my profile?
You can't have it on
You
LinkedIn.
cannot?
You are against LinkedIn terms of services. If you are found or flagged, they will close your account in 24 hours. You cannot have a logo. You cannot have a QR code. It's only a professional headshot.
It's
Yes.
a cover of magazine. It's a cover of magazine.
You can.
Cannot.
You can. And I just read 2 days ago on Forbes.com, someone talking about LinkedIn, how the picture should be. And they said, unless you are a cook, take a picture in the kitchen. And unless you are a vet, don't put a dog in the picture. I answered that blog that whatever she's saying is wrong. Because actually, if people follow her advice, their accounts can be closed by LinkedIn. It doesn't matter what your profession is. The only thing that they will allow you to do is to have a professional headshot from here to here, not a full body.
Even logos,
Yes.
they are not allowed?
Excuse me?
Even logos, you said?
Logos,
Oh,
no.
wow.
We're going to talk about company pages, but not profiles. And by the way, the profiles on LinkedIn cannot be a business name. It's against LinkedIn terms of services.
Yeah, it's my name.
They will close your account. You have to have a personal profile and then add a company page. There are two different things. But to start with LinkedIn, it has to be personal. Yes?
Because I have mine, not my picture, but just like, you know, the Susualet thing, the thing.
You are missing 70% of the people that can interact with you. It's a choice.
Yeah.
You want to be camera phobic? You're losing 70% of your clients. You know, it's a choice. Again, it's a choice. It's a choice. So the picture consists of 15% of filling your profile. So if you don't have a picture, you're losing 15% of the completion of your profile. The second thing to have is to have at least 50 connections. That's why I said two magic numbers, 50 and 500. If you don't have 50 connections, you will never, and you have everything else, you will never get the 100%. So again, to have a full LinkedIn profile, you have to have a picture, you have to have at least 50 people connection, and you have at least to have 5 skills. Skills is a section on LinkedIn that you have to have 5 skills. You have to have a summary. And I see a lot of LinkedIn profiles that do not have a summary. A summary can take up to 2,000 words. It has to, if you want to attract people, remember what we talked about storytelling? It has to be the first person, in first person, like I. You cannot have she, he, no. It has to be in first person. Why you do what you do. It has to be to have your unique selling proposition. It's your business card. You have to attract people to you through your summary. Then you have to have a present, at least 2 present jobs, or a present job and a past job. A present title and a past title, and you have to have your education. This 1, 2, 3, 4 will have you an all-star profile on LinkedIn. And it always shows on the side of your profile, and people look at that. People on LinkedIn are very prejudiced. They want to know that people that they're dealing with are professionals. And this is the only way that you can show that you are professional. And then use keywords for SEO. Someone asked me earlier, yes?
Does it matter that my past jobs and full-time career right now have nothing to do with my small business? I mean, does that look bad that it's...
No, it doesn't, but what is your business?
I sell smart poster tags, NFC tags.
A what?
NFC tags. These little guys, you tap it with your phone, you get information. It has a chip inside.
Okay, and what did you used to do before?
I'm a camera operator for TV shows.
What you can use is consultant,
Media.
or media,
Technology.
or creativity.
Okay, so put a spin on it.
Yes,
Okay.
put a spin on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you need to spin it, kind of show, and even in because on every job title you have a description. Make sure in that description that you it's like going to apply for a job. You have always to kind of, not manipulate, I don't like the word manipulate, to brand it in a way that will appeal to the other people.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
So use keywords for search engine optimization. Google loves LinkedIn. The first thing that appears about you or about your skills or about what you do or about your company will be from LinkedIn. So the more optimization you have from LinkedIn, the more you have. I was hired because I had certain skills and I have keywords on my LinkedIn profile that appeared on Google. I have been hired through LinkedIn many times and paid without even meeting the people, by doing webinars or training on the phone or whatever. And the first time it happened to me, I thought it's going to be a hoax. But I'm a risk taker. I said, what's the worst I'm going to use? I'm going to lose $500, $600, you know? Let me try it. And I tried it, and you know what? The check was in my mailbox in a week. You can never know who's going to look at your profile. And through LinkedIn, the first year, I was able to get speaking gigs, you know, public speaking conferences, being interviewed in magazines, on the radio, and all that increased my profile as a credible source. So if you feel very confident in what you do, look for people that have blogs. Ask to be a guest blogger. A lot of people look for people to write articles for them, to write blogs for them. You know, look at your Chamber of Commerce around you. They always need a speaker every month. Offer to go and speak about what you do for an hour. They will take you. Yes, you have to do it free, but all that increases your profile online. And you go on LinkedIn and you say, I am speaking at this time, this day about this. You know, and that increases your credibility online. So use keywords, leverage the contact and mention apps. We're going to talk about that. Now LinkedIn allows you to upload documents, presentations, videos, pictures, reports, articles, whatever will show people that you know what you're doing. You can even upload your bio. You can upload your resume. If you have PowerPoint presentations, who uses PowerPoint presentations? Upload them. Are they on your LinkedIn profile?
No.
Upload them. Use slideshare.net. Slideshare.net is owned by LinkedIn and it's very high in SEO, very high on search engine optimization. You can use keywords that you want people to find you under in the title, in the tags, in the description. And just a word of advice, whenever you're doing a description anywhere, YouTube, about every video, about us in Facebook, whatever, start with your website address. And when you put your website address, put it HTTP, then www. Do we know why we add HTTP in the beginning?
So people can just click on it.
Exactly. Because if you put only www.thenameofyourcompany.com, it's not clickable. And people are too lazy to copy and paste it. You have to feed them. You have to actually put the spoon in their mouth. So you give them a click. They can click, because in description, sometimes the whole description doesn't show. Only the upper part shows. So at least people can go to your website. You're increasing traffic to your website. Add presentation, so SlideShare, use it to add presentation. You can add even videos. And if you have, who has videos online? Do you have them on your LinkedIn profile? Add them. You can add as many videos as you want. You can add, I have a lot of titles because I use that for SEO, right? On every single title, I have 1 or 2 videos minimum. I have 100 videos on my YouTube channel. So I use them back and forth, yes.
But videos of what?
Of what you do.
So you just point a camera, like you would upload that?
Absolutely. And this is at 3 hours, right? 3 hours. What I'm going to do, the 3 hours will probably be 8 to 9 to 12 videos. I go to training and I videotape it. And what I do, I use, if you have a PC, you can use Movie Maker. If you have a Mac, you can use iMovie. And you can edit your videos as you want. You can add pieces together, and you can have an introduction, you can have a credit, and always on your videos, make sure to put your website on the bottom of the video. And this way, by the way, YouTube is owned by Google. So you're actually giving Google tools to find you. And now Google, YouTube just changed the algorithms like Google did. Now, whatever shows higher is not the numbers of views anymore. It used to be the number of views, right? Now it's by the time that actually people watch your videos. Because they found out that people keep clicking on their videos, so ad times. So now it's how many minutes people actually look at your videos.
Use keywords for SEO in the summary or like?
I'm going to show you what to use them. There are 5 places that you have to use your keywords. And you know what? You have to decide first what you want people to find you under. And have 3 to 5 keywords that you want people to find you under. Okay? And you can see the change in a second. The minute you optimize your profile, you can start appearing. The most magical moment when I have clients in my office and I help them optimize the keyword and they were not even in the 5th page of search on LinkedIn and then they appear on the 1st page. Instantly. Yes?
Sorry, I was downstairs, I think, when you mentioned the keyword. Is it in...
No, I didn't mention the keywords yet. Don't worry, I'm coming to it.
Okay.
So you decide how you want people to find you under. Okay? And if you don't appear on the 1st page of search of LinkedIn, you don't exist. People will not look at the 2nd page. Yes?
So as we're fleshing out the LinkedIn profile, what are some ways that we can kind of drive them to the business website? Or is that something that we really want to do on LinkedIn?
If your profile is interesting enough, they will have the curiosity to check your website. And I'm going to show you how to put your website properly. Yes?
Do you have any recommendation for the length of the videos? Do you have any experience that they watch more that video
I have
minute
videos
or
that are
3
3 to 5 minutes, and I have videos that are 1 hour. Again, it's about the audience that you are looking for. If you have tutorials, you ask what can you have in videos. What is your industry? What do you have as a business?
We're opening a coffee shop.
Coffee shop. So, you know what? Have videos about the different kinds of coffees. What is roasted? What's caffeinated against not caffeinated? Why should you use a certain brew? What's the difference between dark and medium and light coffee? What's the difference between a cappuccino and an espresso? You know, and even have tutorials on how to make a cappuccino at home. You know, a credible, you need guys to think out of the box. You need to think in a general view how you can help people around you. It's not about you and it's not about your services. It's about helping people outside that they can find you. And YouTube is a lot of search engine optimization that you're doing for yourself. So start using it, and it's free. So use status update. A lot of people do not use their status update. There is a status update on LinkedIn. I use it 3-4 times a day. Because now LinkedIn on your profile will show you how many people looked at what you shared on your status update. And that increases your network and establishes you as an authority. So use status update. You're going to come and tell me, what should I put in my updates, right? Because this is the question I get, what should I put on my post? What should I put on Facebook, on Twitter? There is a site. There is a site called feedly.com. F as in Frank, E-E, G as in David, L-Y.com. And does anyone know what Google Reader was? Okay. Feedly, oops. Did I do that? I guess.
Yeah, you went backwards.
No, I went forward. Okay. Feedly is a news aggregator, meaning it will have all the content that you want to do in the word. So choose categories, you know, that is window treatment, high-rise window treatment, that is coffee, that is coffee shops, that is gourmet coffees, have finance, currency. whatever it is, have categories and choose blogs or articles that have a lot of followers. And you can add it to your content. You can have a free Feedly account using your Gmail account. And what you can do is, in the morning, again, it will come in your Feedly account, whatever you have as news. When you click on any article, it already has Google+, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. So all what you have to do the first time you use it is to actually sign in to these accounts the first time, and after that, without being on Facebook or Twitter or Google+, you can click and it will post that article for you on your account. You're going to ask me, why should I do that? Because remember what we said in the beginning, you help your followers and you help your contacts and you establish yourself as an authority. Like for example, this morning I already scheduled the post that I'm going to do. There is LinkedIn just added a change last night called show pages. So I have it to go post on my Twitter, my Google+, and my LinkedIn. So I'm helping people to know what's going on. So you choose the news of your industry and you start sharing it with your people. It will take you 20 minutes in the morning. And there is on Feedly, there is something called Buffer, Buffer.com, that also you can have a personal account. And what Buffer does is that it can have for free 3 social media networks that you can actually schedule this post. You can tell it, I want it at 10, this one, and this one I want it at 11, and this one at 12. And it will post automatically at 11, at 12, at 1 to your social media networks.
That's under number 5 there?
Yeah, status update. So you can actually have half an hour in the morning, schedule your post for the whole day. So if someone tells me I don't have half an hour in the day, I really don't know what you have in business, yeah.
That is made through Buffer, you said, right?
Yeah, Feedly, you can do Feedly without Buffer, but I find Buffer very useful because I'm working the whole day. And I don't want to put 10 articles at the same time. I don't want to inundate people in mail inboxes. I want to have it every hour. And I'm going to give you a tip. When you schedule a feed or a post, schedule it 4 minutes to the hour. Meaning, instead of 11, put it 10:56. 11:56. Why? Because people usually start their meetings on the clock. Or appointments on the clock. They usually have few minutes right before their meeting. So you're giving them those news in these 4 minutes. Someone had a question, yes?
Yeah. Can we use other emails that we receive?
Yeah, yes.
Like articles?
It's not your content. It's other people's content, but you are helping people with news.
Yeah. I do that to my clients or whoever.
But you can use this and do it like 3-4 times a day, so you keep more in touch with your clients. Yes?
How is Feedly.com different from alerts, Google Alerts?
Google Alerts will get you whatever is mentioned, only the keywords that you have. Feedly, it talks about every single thing in the word. So you choose whatever will help your clients. Okay?
And then you forward it through...
Yes, through Feedly or through Buffer. I know it sounds alien now, but once you're going to go and try it, you will know what I mean. Unfortunately, I don't have internet access here, so...
What I do is sometimes I forward emails that I receive from, that pertain to my clients, just as help, just to know that I got a contact link with the...
But you can create content from other people yourself. Remember what we said, it's not about you pushing your products or your services, but about actually establishing yourself as a credible source for people for information. Okay? And I know it's difficult for us coming from a push mentality where we have to push our products so people can see us, to a pull mentality. It's kind of difficult, but we need to take the time to realize that this is the only way we're going to have clients. Okay?
That might be good when you're working on a potential client, right?
No, on potential clients.
Clients.
Yes. Because everybody on the internet can be a potential client.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
would you recommend just have links, for example, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, or Facebook with all
Where are your audiences?
I have two kind of audience. I have business to business, but I have teenagers who read my magazine.
So you have to look where they are.
Okay.
So if you're
Instagram, that is my problem.
yeah, Instagram for
Everybody's
teenagers is
Instagram.
definitely
Yes.
Instagram and Pinterest.
Mhm.
If you have more females than
More
males,
females.
you have more females, it's definitely Pinterest. That's why you need to look at every network at who it caters to. And this is the only way you're going to find out where is your audience. But LinkedIn is a no-brainer. LinkedIn is a no-brainer. Yeah. So you can join up to 50 groups on LinkedIn and 50 subgroups. There is no way you can. I mean, I think like 15 groups and I hardly can keep up with them. So it's about groups. Okay, this is how a profile looks. So you have home, profile, jobs, and now the search box now has a drop-down menu where you can actually look for people or companies or jobs or news or whatever it is. So it has a drop-down menu. This is what I call a tagline or a headline right under your name. And what you put in there is not your title. And if you have titles like owner or CEO, I'm sorry, no one cares. And no one will look for an owner. No one will look for a CEO, but they will look for what you do. And that's how you can be found on LinkedIn search. And one word of advice, when you are a sole proprietor and you have a small business, do not put CEO and president, and it doesn't look that good.
Looks like you're trying to.
Yeah, and I have people tell me, so people can think I'm big. People are not going to think, people are going to know just by Googling your business and you. Remember what we said, you need to be authentic, you need to be clear. So put yourself as a consultant, as a strategist, as something, find a title that will help you, and not a CEO and owner. Okay? So, the first place that you put your keywords are on your tagline. This is the most important part of your LinkedIn profile where you have to put your keywords, is on your tagline. And it's 140 characters that you can put in there. So think very, very specifically on how you want people to find you. And when you go to profile, you click on it, it has a drop-down menu. If you want to change anything on your profile, click Edit Profile. Every single section can be edited. There is like a blue pen next to it, and that's your edit tool. So this is here how it shows, see how the connections is? 500 plus. And then on the top, this is your mailbox, this is your notification, and the plus with a person is where you add connection. And then you have your pictures at the end. It has a drop-down menu that has your sign-in, your basic account, your company page, your language, and your settings. And always on the right side, you will have whatever you can add as categories. So you can add test score, courses, patents, certificates. And if you have any volunteer causes, please add it, because it adds to your keyword search. Okay so far?
That profile is a free profile, right? The one you have? Because sometimes LinkedIn send me information that I can get like a maximum profile if I pay certain kind of money or something like that.
Don't pay.
No pay. Okay, it's all free.
I have been on LinkedIn since 2006.
The company paid too?
I never paid. 2006, and when they had they just removed their Q&A in January. When they had the Q&A, I was number 6 expert of all time on the LinkedIn website itself. I did not name myself, they named me. And I have been using everything for free. 80% of my business comes from LinkedIn. It's a passive income for me now because I already optimized my profile and people find me. And if you go on LinkedIn and you always put like the little brackets, the two quote marks, and you put social media speaker, I will come up the first one on the first page out of 500,000 searches. And each one of you can do that. but you have to make sure that you have a big number of connections. Because if you have 20 connections, no matter how optimized your profile is, you're not going to appear in searches. So you have to go for a search of connections right now. But again, we're going to talk about connection in a second. So this is advanced people search. You go here, when you click on advanced, this is what you see. So you can actually tell LinkedIn, I want only people that are in my network. Don't give me everybody else. And I want people that are in this city or near this zip code, or people that are in this industry or in this company. You can make it as specific as you want so you don't lose your time. The things that will show a golden, this you cannot find unless you are a paid member, and you don't need that, trust me. I mean, you can live all your life with the free membership on LinkedIn. And then here, see, these are the videos. I have videos, I have like 2 videos of every single section. And when you do edit profile, you have that blue pen, and that's the edit tool. And then this box plus is where you can add documents, or you can add videos, you can add something from your hard disk or through a URL. So I would suggest if you have videos, add them first on your YouTube channel, then link it to LinkedIn. And you hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay? You establish your credibility and you still increase your YouTube views. Coming to the website, you asked me about the website. There is something called Contact. And it allows you to add up to 3 websites. And the default is my website or my blog or whatever. Always choose other. And when you choose other from the drop-down menu, it opens a new window. Personalize what you want. So what's your business?
Bookkeeping and payroll.
What's the name of the business?
So affordable bookkeeping and payroll.
Okay, so put affordable bookkeeping and payroll website. And then if you add your Facebook or you add your Pinterest or you add your blog, you add affordable blog. Always name it. It's keywords again for people to find you. Never leave anything generic. Use every space to the best of your knowledge. And then there is, next, this one. It will tell you LinkedIn. You know what's your URL? What's your profile address on LinkedIn?
You can choose it.
You can choose it. Usually LinkedIn will give you a generic one that is too long. You can actually go to edit and customize it, personalize it. Claim your name. And if your name is like John Smith, that is very common, put middle initial in the middle. And it has to be your name, not your business name. So people can find you easier when they search for you. It's all about personalization on LinkedIn. Okay, there is a difference between recommendations and endorsements. And I know that a lot of people get endorsed every single day and they have no clue what that is. Okay? Recommendations is when actually someone takes the time to write a short paragraph about how good you are. And in order for this recommendation to show on your profile on LinkedIn, they have to be first on LinkedIn, and then they have to be a first-degree connection. If not, it will not show. So if someone that is not on LinkedIn or it's not on first-degree connection and sends you a recommendation letter, just change it to a PDF, and now you can upload it as a document. And name it properly. So add your name, recommendation letter. It's all about keywords that you want people to find you under. And then endorsements is something that everybody, LinkedIn always sends you. You want to endorse your contacts, and you can endorse people. It's a courtesy that people are doing. Some people don't even know what they're doing. You know, but they just endorse people. It's like, if I endorse you, you might endorse me. But the beauty of endorsements is that the skills act as keywords. So if people are actually looking on Google for your skills, if you have an enough number of skills, you will appear on Google for these skills. So your customer can find you.
So it's still good?
Absolutely good. There used to be a specific category on skills or a specific page on LinkedIn. They took it away, but the endorsements are still there. And once you have 99 endorsement on a certain scale, it will not show anymore. So the maximum that it shows is 99, 99 plus. And it shows by the number of how much endorsements you have. The higher number of endorsements you have, the higher it's going to look. It's going to be up. And you can have 50 skills. I usually go to my skills every now and then, and some people endorse me for things that I don't do. I delete them. I delete, absolutely. Because I don't want people to find me under this and contact with me for that and say, sorry, I don't do that. It doesn't look professional on my part. I am in control of my profile. So all of you need to be in control of your profile. You need to decide what you want to be found under. So 50 groups and 50 subgroups. And this is the company page. How to do a company page is that you look for a company, and then here it will tell you add a company. So you put your name company here. The only way you can add a company page to your LinkedIn profile is that if you have an email on the domain name of your company. That's why I say it's very important that you get an email on the domain name. If you don't have that email on domain name and you have a Gmail or a Yahoo email, LinkedIn will not create a company page for you.
So you need a website.
You need a website. An email, not a website.
Right. Because you can have the
You need a domain name.
and then the email.
Yes.
You can change it any time, right?
Change what?
The email, profile, or not?
You can. I mean, you have
I have my
to.
profile since, I think, 2005.
We're going to talk about the emails and profile.
Okay.
But in order to add a company, you have to have an email on that domain name. And they will send you an email verification that you have to click on it, so they will verify your company. The beauty of companies now on LinkedIn is that you can add status updates. And there is place for your products, your services, and it's very rich for Google. So put, again, your best keywords in your summary. You can put your link. You can even put a video. And you can have the top like that. Like you have it on Facebook, the top picture, you can have it now on your company page on LinkedIn as well.
So we're talking about the company profile, right?
Company page, company profile.
Okay.
Make sure to, because it makes a difference. There are two different things, a personal profile and a company page.
And you need, first to get started, of course, the
Personal profile. And then build a company page.
Now, I have a question. What if you do two types of businesses, but they're related?
You can only have one LinkedIn profile.
Yes.
To answer your question.
Okay.
If you have more than one LinkedIn profile, it's against LinkedIn terms of services.
You have to somehow blend it in.
Yes. I do two things in my business, and I have one profile. And it's working well.
Yeah, because they're related, I would imagine.
Not really.
No?
No. But you find the way to relate. I remember what
Yeah.
I told him. I said you have to be creative somehow to relate them together. So these are the groups. It's type 10. Okay, there is a new contact app, and it's the same as when you were on Facebook. You put the at, and it will show a name. So now LinkedIn allows you to do that because they want you to build relationships. And when you do that on your contact, believe it or not, it acts like a CRM or a customer relation management. You can put where you met them, how you met them. You can put a reminder for yourself if they told you to contact them in 3 weeks. And it will show you the last message that you had between each other. So next time you speak to a contact that you want a business from, you know exactly what happened. You know where you met them, you know where you have them. And it's a great thing to do a tag. On your LinkedIn, especially if you're starting to build your connection, I suggest that every connection that you add, tag them. Depending, you want a client in Los Angeles, a client in Burbank, a client in, tag them where later on, if you want to target a message to a certain audience, this is who you target by tagging. Okay? So that's the Luncheon app. And then there is, this is the contact app. The Luncheon app is when you start putting a first name, and it will show you everybody that is on your contact list. You click on it, and when you mention someone, LinkedIn will send them a notification that someone else mentioned you, and you can build a relationship that way. Remember, it's all about relationships. And when you put the status updates, by the way, it gives you an option. Do you want it to be public? Do you want it to be LinkedIn and Twitter? Or do you want it only to go on connection? So I usually put on LinkedIn and Twitter together. So it will save me some time. So these are the best practices. Someone asked me where to put the keywords. So there are 5 places where you put your keywords. The first one is in your headline or your tagline. The second one is in your present job. The third one is a past job. The fourth one is in your summary. And the fifth one is in your skills. These are the 5 places. Do you want me to repeat them?
Yes.
Headline, present job, past job, summary, and skills. And then I want you to, in your name and your tagline, never put your email address or your website or a phone number. It's against LinkedIn. It's considered spamming. LinkedIn will close your account. Add all your email addresses to your profile, personal, business, and make your primary a personal one. Do we know why? If someone sends you an invite on an email that is not on your LinkedIn profile, if you accept that invite, it creates a second profile, which is against LinkedIn terms of services. I know people that had 5 profiles and they didn't even know. So you need to add all your email addresses on your profile. Personal, even if you have 3 personal, add them.
And you are suggesting us to use our personal one as a primary?
Primary use, because no one will see your email anyhow. But it's better to, because you can never know what can happen with the business. So you are protecting yourself that your contacts will always be there.
But earlier today, did you mention, it's better that we keep personal and professional profiles?
Yeah, but you're having a personal profile. And no one sees your email. The why I'm saying to use a personal email, first of all, you're not going to connect people with your personal account. You have your personal account there in case, because this is the way when someone sends you an invite. In case anything happened with your business, you change your business name, you let this website go. No, if you still leave it there and people are trying to contact you, it will bounce. So at least your personal account will always be there. You can have your professional, I'm just giving you a better way to do it. But the most important is to add all your email addresses. When you invite people, make sure to personalize your invites. Don't set the generic, I'd like to add you to my network. Why? Because if people don't know you and you just send them an invitation out of the blues like that, they will IDK you. IDK you means they will choose the option of I don't know you. And if you get 5 I don't know you lifelong, LinkedIn will restrict your account, where you cannot invite anyone without an email address anymore, even if it's your own brother. So you need to, when you send an invite, look if you share a group with them, if you share an industry, and add it, I see that we share a group or an industry, or we are in the same city, I would like to add you to my network. And I always add a line at the end. I always say, if you do not want to connect, please ignore and do not IDK. That tells them that I'm not spamming them, and it tells them that I know what I'm doing. So if they don't want to connect, they can just ignore it. Ignore it will not penalize you. And when you send an invite for the first time, the invite will not be sent if you have an email address or if you have a website or what barely looks like an email address or a website. So anything that has a dot in the middle will not be sent. Anything that has @ will not be sent. So be careful with that. LinkedIn will always ask you to import your address book. So they can, and what happens when you import your address book, what they don't tell you, is that they send an invite to every single person that ever sent you an email in their life, and their mother, and send 2 reminders, which annoys people. And uses your invites, because you only have 3,000 invites lifelong on LinkedIn. And you cannot delete these invites. You can only withdraw them one by one manually, and it's a pain if you have a big address book. So do not import your address book, yes?
If you have more than one profile, for example, I had a LinkedIn account maybe 8 years ago that I forgot about it, and also I didn't use it, and I forgot the sign-on password. So I created a new one, so I have a new one. They don't get combined, do they?
They can if you have to email LinkedIn customer service.
Okay.
It's cs@linkedin.com. And you have to have the 2 URLs of your profile and tell them, I don't have the sign-in for this anymore. I don't know how to sign in. This is the one that I want to keep. If you have any connections on the old one, tell them to merge the profiles and add your connections.
What's the email address?
cs@linkedin.com. Any questions on LinkedIn? Yes, no? LinkedIn is fun, by the way, really, seriously, but you just need to get your feet wet. Blogging. Why is blogging important? And this is, I'm going to say from here to the day I die. It's total control of content. It's what Google considers fresh content all the time. No one can control what you say except you. So you can actually share your knowledge and your credibility and your experience. And it communicates directly with your customers. There is no barrier. And it establishes you as an expertise. It creates like a marketing tool. And it serves as your PR piece 24/7. Because it's always there. And then it drives incoming traffic, followers, and increases your reputation. What is a blog to start with? A blog is a combination of web plus blog. They combined it together, it became a blog. It's basically gets into archive, where the oldest one goes down, and then the appears one, the new one appears up on the search. Search engines, Google, Bing, whatever it is, they love blogs because, again, it's fresh content. The more content you put, the more people can find you. So it's very important to use your blogs wisely. So before I add a blog, I go to Google and I enter the words that I'm talking about, and I see what comes up on that page, and I see how they use their titles. And I kind of imitate it. You use it to your advantage. And also, I have a lot of people that are, for example, clients that are in the fashion business, that are in the music business. So I tell them, use what's going on right now. So for musicians, the American Musical Awards is in a few weeks. Start blogging about music. Start blogging about American Musical Awards. For the fashion designers, you know, the Emmys are coming out. The Oscars are coming out. Everybody is going to be talking for weeks about the dresses and about who designed what. They should start blogging about that, using the word Oscar and Emmy and SAG Awards, because there are already a lot of search on the internet about that. So you're already using keywords that people are using to find your content. Use it in a smart way. Okay, always use whatever is going on right now and write about it. So it's a small article between 300 and 900 words, or even 1,200. You don't have to be Shakespeare to write a blog. Just write a blog. Okay, you didn't like what I said. Okay, I don't care. So you link your blog to all of your social media. Like whenever I write a blog, it goes automatically